Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing an update video to the update video of the I Need Your Help video. Now I know it's getting a little excessive, but today's video is just to kind of go over, since the last video, what have I done on the channel to repurpose, which is kind of what we talked about in the last one. Now, first thing I want to do before getting into it is something I meant to do in the last one, but I never did. And it's something I did in the first one. And I think it's a fun little thing to do. So let's talk about the weather. It is just about 8 a.m. here. We are looking at 83 degrees currently. We're supposed to get up to 93. And we're sitting at 88% humidity, which is rough. It's been a crazy few days, honestly. No storm clouds or anything yet. We'll see what happens a little bit later, but yeah. And I think that's kind of how I want to start out these videos. Just something random, kind of just talking about the weather, you know, but getting into it. First thing I want to talk about is the socials. So I mentioned in the last one that I'd be going ahead and making more social media platforms, which I actually have already done. This will probably be the first video with the brand new description, kind of the design I'm looking to go with. I have since made an Instagram. I have made a Twitter. I have also made a Twitch for the live streaming purposes. Now, Instagram specifically, and I'm going to just kind of go over what each one is going to be about. Instagram specifically is going to be more my life outside of the gaming. So it's going to be when we go on trips. It's going to be plenty of pictures of the pup. He will be the unofficial mascot of the channel. You will see plenty of pictures of the Scousy Mans. By the way, for people that are brand new here, our dog is named Scouser. So if you hear me say Scousy Mans, if you hear me get a little lazy and I'll call him Scouser sometimes, we're Americans. We're lazy when it comes to other languages and other dialects, aren't we? So anyways, that's what Instagram's going to be about. Hopefully it's not going to get too loud. I got a guy mowing across the street here. I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut it real quick. I'll come back to you guys after I pass him. I think that's better, just in case. I did try to do TikTok, and technically there is an official channel for the ARKaholic on TikTok, but for some reason it won't let me load my profile picture. So literally it just has an S, and that's it. So we'll see with the TikTok. If I can get the actual logo to go, then we're good. I'll be fine with that. But if not, then I'll let you guys know. We'll probably end up scrapping the TikTok. For the Twitter and X is going to be updates. Hey, video's out. You know, I might do a couple of posts and stuff on there, but mainly it's just for pulling people into the platform is kind of what I'm looking to do with it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much. If there's anything else I can do with Twitter, let me know, guys. I'm going to be honest. I don't really know the social media platforms, so I'm kind of learning this kind of by myself, you know, so anything else I can do with Twitter and stuff, let me know. But mostly it's just going to be posts and stuff like that. Maybe try to set up collaborations with other content creators, you know, that kind of thing. More of a social networking aspect, I would kind of put it as, right? Now, moving on to Twitch, I did get a couple concerns from people, and I did actually look this up. My original idea was to go ahead and stream on both platforms simultaneously. But I've had a couple people tell me that, no, you cannot monetize on Twitch if you're monetized on YouTube, and you can't do both at the same time, yada, yada, yada. So what I ended up reading about it was pretty much saying that, right? Once you're a Twitch partner, whatever they want to call it, affiliate partner, whatever, that's when you'll lose monetization if you... I got cars passing by. Very comfortable doing this video. I think you guys could tell by demeanor and everything. I'm a lot more comfortable. If you go back to the first one and you compare it with this one, oh my God, it's like night and day. Like, I feel pretty comfortable doing this, but there's still a couple moments where I, you know, but yeah, with Twitch specifically, apparently you cannot monetize if you're also doing it on YouTube, if you're a Twitch partner, affiliate, whatever they want to call it. So we'll go down that road when we get there. I think for the beginning, just to build up Twitch, I will simultaneously stream on both. Once we get to that partner or whatever stage, I'll look into it a little bit more. Maybe we'll transition any live streams that I do over to Twitch, and then I'll just reload them onto YouTube, so I can technically get best of both worlds there. But again, we'll kind of play that by ear when we get to that point. What is, oh God, somebody opening their garage. That thing, oof, it's loud. I don't know if you guys could hear that. So next thing I want to talk about is the channel memberships. You know, we kind of talked about it in the last video, how I basically said that I'd put a post out there asking you guys, hey, what would you like to see as channel members, or people that are potentially wanting to be channel members? What's preventing you from pulling the trigger, if you will? And I'm just letting you know that that post is out, because I don't think it's gotten any feedback or anything yet, which is fine. You know, I'm not forcing you or anything. I feel like the community posts are really weird. That personally, the way I look at YouTube, and I know I'm just, you know, kind of rambling here. The way I look at YouTube is, if you are subscribed to me, it shouldn't matter if you click the notification button or not. You should get all my content. If I put out a video, you should be notified. Maybe not notified, but it should at least show up on your page. If I put out a post, it should come up on your page specifically, because you're subscribed to me, you know, and you're into my content, you're looking at my content, and pretty much if it does get too much, then you unsubscribe from the channel, you know, and then you kind of lose that quote-unquote access, if you will. But if you decide to click the notification button, then you get a specific banner, text message, email, whatever way that you set it up, that, hey, I put a post out, I put a video out, whatever, you know. That's my own thoughts. But long story short, I think the community posts are kind of weird, because when I put them out, it's like there's somebody right behind me, so when I put out the community posts, it's like there's not a lot of activity with it. And I think it's just because, like, YouTube doesn't send it out to everybody. I don't know how it works. It's very weird in my opinion. I think the way that I described it, I think that's the most fair for content creators, especially when we are reaching out to you guys for feedback on certain things, you know. But anyways, I'm just letting you know that I did put out that post. So if you guys are interested, you want to put your feedback in, head over to the channel, head to the community post, and throw your feedback in there. I am sweating like crazy. Oh my God, so hot. I feel like half the video I'm doing this. Whew. All right, what else do I want to talk about? Okay, well, that's memberships. Oh, on top of memberships too, anybody who is currently a channel member, nothing's changed on your end. The only thing I've done is I've went ahead and just changed the tier names. That's all. If you guys want to take a look at them, take a look at them. I think what we're going to do is we are going to name the channel members as a whole the ARKaholics Anonymous, which has been what they've been called, but instead I kind of want to group them all together. And each tier, based on, as of now, it's pretty much how much you would like to help me out with the channel. That's pretty much what my perks are right now. I don't have anything particular for you guys, because I don't know what you guys are looking for. But each tier has a specific name. If you guys are interested, take a look at that. Memberships start at $1.99 and up. I think the most expensive one is $10 a month or something like that. But like I said, any perks that you guys would like to see, let me know. I'm all ears. You know, I can't promise that I can do all of them, because again, as I mentioned in the last one, the breadwinner as of right now is real estate, you know, or at least going to be. So I do have to put more time and focus into that, depending on how this channel continues to do, with the hope that, hey, maybe eventually this will be the breadwinner, and then I can put more and more time into this. Just like the last video, guys, there'll be a lot of pauses and a lot of cuts in the video too, because I feel confident, I feel pretty good about it. It's when I see people kind of, whether they're walking, whether they're right outside their house, I'll kind of just tense up a little bit. So give it 2 or 3 more, guys. We'll be looking a lot better here. I'll be yelling and screaming. But anyways, next thing I want to talk about is what to expect the next few days on the channel. Okay, so as of now, social medias are updated. This video will be the first video with the brand new style of description I want. It'll have all the socials on there. It'll have kind of a new layout. So take a look at that, just kind of get familiar with it. Now, granted, it's not finalized or anything. There might be a couple things that I change along the way here, but I kind of like how the little setup on the description is looking at the moment. Again, all ears. Any tips that you think I should add there, let me know. Would love to know your feedback. So for the next few days, we have, what do we have? Socials and stuff is taken care of. Memberships and stuff is taken care of. We have, tomorrow is going to be 2 videos that are going to come out that are basically going to talk about what's going on with the Ark Survival Evolved series, what's going on with the Ark Survival Ascended series. Now, in the last update that I did, I told you guys that we would be ending both series across the board. Now, I've gotten a lot of comments from you guys saying that, hey, you know, the reason why I joined the channel was the Ark Survival Evolved series. So I hope instead of, you know, and I'm not speaking for everybody, but that was kind of the general consensus. But I hope that instead of getting rid of it, maybe you put it on hold. And, you know, I kind of thought about that. And I'm like, you know, it's not something I usually have ever done, you know. I've never put a series on hold before. I've kind of just said, forget it, let's get rid of it. But with the spirit of evolving the channel, with the spirit of what happens if in 2 weeks I regret this decision, you know what I mean? So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and put the series on hold. I'm going to put out a video. It'll probably come out tomorrow saying such. Maybe I'll even add the clip of this in there. But I think that's what we're going to do instead. We're not going to cancel the Ark Survival Evolved series. Right now, Ark Survival Evolved is really in the ditch, but who knows? Maybe in the next few weeks it gains popularity again, not because of Aquatica or anything like that, of course, but just people missing the game, the normal game, the real game, let's call it what it is. And I don't want to end up regretting the decision. So I think it is the smart move, and thank you for everybody that did suggest that. I think we'll go ahead and put the series on hold. I don't know when we're going to get back to it, but I also don't want to be kicking myself a couple of weeks down the line that I should have kind of, you know, I should have done that, you know. Worst case, in a couple weeks, maybe a month, I come back to you guys and say, yeah, you know what, I'm not feeling it. And that's fine, we'll take it from there, but maybe there's a possibility we do go back. And I don't want to burn that bridge at this moment, if that makes sense. Sorry guys, my eyes are wandering. There's like a dragonfly following me. It looks kind of nice. I can't get it on camera because things flying all over the place, but it looked pretty nice. Anyways, so that's the Ark Survival Evolved series. So for people that were worried about the cancellation, don't worry, it's not getting canceled. Just we're going to put it on the back burner, and I will have a video talking about that too. Now for the Ark Survival Ascended series, I am going to stick to my guns with that one. I am going to end the series and start over. I am going to stick to the original reasoning that I did have. I do feel like that, although I did get comments saying, hey, I did watch, you know, I did build up from episode 1 and everything. I appreciate it. I definitely applaud you for it. I did get a couple of comments saying, hey, if you do that, maybe shorten the episodes too, where it's kind of like if you're watching a show, which I completely agree with. I think some of the episodes get a little too crazy in length. I think we had one episode that was an hour and 41 minutes. Like, that's crazy. You know, that's a movie. You know, so I think that is something I want to do with the next Ark Survival Ascended series, is cut down the content. Probably 30, maybe 45 minutes will be the first episode, but after that I'd like to keep it at that 30 point, but we'll see what happens, you know. The new Ark Survival Ascended series will most likely start on Monday, which is why I'm telling you guys kind of, hey, this is what's going to happen today, here, this is what's going to happen tomorrow, this was, you know, just to kind of build you guys up to it. But those 2 announcement videos on each of the series will come out tomorrow. That will be Saturday. Now Sunday, I've went ahead and successfully moved over the top 5 flyer ROI video because, as I discussed in the last video, I am going to be getting rid of the Level Up Agent channel, which is a bit unfortunate, but I do think at the end of the day, with the amount of extra stuff that I'm putting into the ARKaholic channel, with the fact that pretty much anything I think at this point that I would be doing on the Level Up Agent channel, I could justify bringing over to ARKaholic. So on top of that too, I'm still not full-time YouTube or anything like that. So I kind of look at it as it's going to end up being way too much work to keep both channels going and everything. It's just too much. If I was a full-time content creator, if I was able to have enough money coming in from the channels to justify it, then, you know, and I think you guys understand that. But yeah, so most likely on Monday, for people that are subscribed to the Level Up Agent channel, most likely that channel will be deleted. Or maybe, again, maybe what we'll do is we'll do something similar to the Ark Survival Evolved series. I'll just put that entire channel on hold, because maybe in a couple weeks I'll regret that decision. So let's go with that decision. I'm going to put that on hold too. So we have, I know I'm kind of jumping back and forth, which is why I'm doing kind of this now. Like, all right, I don't want people getting confused. That's why I'm trying to keep it as streamlined as possible. But you guys know me. I kind of branch off all over the place. Ark Survival Evolved, put on hold. Ark Survival Ascended, canceled. New series will begin on Monday. Level Up Agent channel, on hold. I'm not going to delete it. I'm not going to get rid of it. The top 5 flyer ROI video will stay on there, but that'll probably be it for the meantime. With the new content on the channel, I think for right now, we're going to focus on Ark Survival Ascended, period, across the board. I don't want to make schedules or anything yet, because I feel that either I end up getting way too much ahead of myself, which becomes a problem, or I can't keep up. So I'd rather make it right now. Hey, when a video is ready and I feel like it's good enough to come out to you guys, bam, I'll send it out. In the future, I hope to have a schedule, but for right now, let's just get some consistency on the channel, you know. On top of that too, I have had a lot of people ask me about bringing in other playthroughs and stuff like that. Subnautica comes to mind. A lot of people enjoyed when we did a live stream one with that. For right now, I'm going to just focus on Ark Survival Ascended, because again, I don't want to do too much, especially with the additional platforms and kind of more of the business mentality I'm looking with the channel. I would like to do other gameplays. I don't want it to end up becoming too much and then we're back at this situation a month from now, you know. So I'm kind of going with the less is more idea. I'm just kind of scanning this one house because they have dogs and the fence is really close, so if they come up, they just start barking like crazy. They're very friendly, it's just they bark like crazy, and I know you guys aren't going to be able to hear me if that's the case. I was actually about to say I think that is that, but no, there's actually one more announcement I want to talk about, which is I love making these videos, actually. I am really starting to really like this kind of stuff, you know, and this is something that you guys have mentioned that you really like too. So I want to talk about this for a second, this kind of segment. I would love to do more of this. I think, as I mentioned in the last one, whether it's going to be community crunches based, if it's just going to be topic based, like one, we do a walk and talk about Aquatica and kind of what happened in that situation, you know, and I kind of want to feed off a couple of ideas with you guys. I kind of want to call the segment either a walk in the Ark, you know, instead of a walk in the park, or Ark in the park. even though we're not in a park, we're in my neighborhood and everything. Funny enough, I'm kind of walking towards it now. We do have a little park area, so I guess we could technically go with that kind of park theme, but a stroll in the Ark, you know, something like that. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear some suggestions if you guys have any kind of funny little puns that we can call this thing. I don't want to call it something like the Ark Talk, because that just, you know, that's not creative. I like the other ideas along the lines of park and Ark and all that kind of stuff. Let me know your thoughts with that one. But I'm excited to do more of these. I hope you guys are too. It seems like you guys are really enjoying these walk-in talks, if you will. But yeah, let me know about that. The worst part is, I'm pretty much wrapped up with this one, and I'm still like a mile away from home. So that's going to be a bit annoying. Yeah. But regardless, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, regardless how long this video is, because I'm going to be honest, with all the cuts and stuff I'm going to have to make, I don't know how long this is going to be. So if it was a little bit of a long one, apologies if that's a little bad. I don't know. But I'm excited to do more of these, and I'm excited to hear what you guys think, and I'm excited for the future of the channel, and I hope you guys are too. We're currently sitting at 28 minutes, so I guess I'll compare it once the video is fully edited and figure out how well I actually did. But guys, that is going to wrap this one up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are excited for the future. I certainly am. And I will see you all in the next one.